morning. So today I am going to explain about the third worksheet of the chapter Our Environment. So let us go one by one in detail. So the first question here is which chemicals are responsible for the depletion of the ozone layer? The question here is which are the chemicals which are responsible for the depletion of ozone layer? As we know that now depletion of ozone layer means destruction of ozone layer by some chemicals. Those chemicals we call it as CFCs. CFCs, that means chlorofluorocarbons. Chlorofluorocarbons are the chemicals which are responsible for the depletion of the ozone layer, and also some halogenated compounds. Halogenated compounds, as we know that now, halogens are chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine. These are the halogens. So halogenated compounds such as CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, are responsible for the depletion of ozone layer. So here the answer is CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons. So the next question is, what are enzymes? So here, as we know that now, for example, in our digestive system, many of the enzymes will be secreted. First of all, what are enzymes? So enzymes are the chemicals, or we can say the biological molecules chemically composed of proteins. So these enzymes are chemically composed of proteins, and these will help in catalyzing the chemical reactions of our body. So totally, enzymes are the chemical substances which are made up of or chemically made of proteins which catalyze the chemical reactions of our body. So that is the second question. And the third question is, mention two properties of enzymes, that means characteristic features of enzymes we have to go. The first property here is the enzymes are specific in nature. So these enzymes will be specific in nature. Specific means, for example, let me take one example. For example, in our mouth we have saliva. In the saliva we have the enzyme, we call it as salivary amylase enzyme. Example, when we take no salivary amylase enzyme. Salivary amylase enzyme. So this salivary amylase enzyme will not help in digesting all the nutrients. It can digest only the starch, or you can say carbohydrates. What does it mean is salivary amylase enzyme which digests only carbohydrates, not all the nutrients. In such a way, the enzymes are specific in action. And the second property is, so they work at optimum temperature. That means in a particular temperature only these will work. Let me take one example. For example, if the person has fever, when we take the person feels like vomiting, that means the temperature will be very high. So what happens, these enzymes cannot work on the nutrients, so that the person feels like vomiting. That means in the particular optimum temperature only the enzymes can work. Okay. The next question, the fourth question is, human made dash will not be broken down by the action of bacteria and saprophytes. The human made materials, as we know that plastics are the human made materials which cannot be broken by the bacteria and also saprophytes. So here the answer is plastics. Plastics are the human made materials which cannot be broken by the bacteria and also the saprophytes. So the next question, substances that are broken down by biological process are said to be dash. Just now as I said, the plastics cannot be broken down. So these we call it as non-biodegradable. Whereas the substances which are broken down by biological process, those we call it as biodegradable. biodegradable. So answer here is biodegradable substances which are broken by biological organisms. Those we call it as biodegradable. So the next question is, what is the disadvantages of Coolhertz over disposable cups? First we have to understand what are Coolhertz. Coolhertz means small cups which are made from mud, are made of mud. So what is the disadvantage here is, as we know that now these coolhertz are made from mud, and as the manufacturing becomes more, what happens that utilizes more the upper soil surface. So what happens, it leads to the utilization of more upper soil. So that this is the disadvantage. As we know that now this can be used for agriculture. When it is used for making Coolhertz, now what happens, it removes the upper soil surface. So that is the disadvantage. Okay. The next question is, what is sewage? Sewage. So here the sewage means, as we know that now the domestic wastewater, the wastewater which is run from the community usage. Community usage means whatever the water we use now, that goes outside, that wastewater, that we call it as sewage. So here sewage is that's what domestic or municipal water, what we say now. Municipal water means the water which is used by community, that is we call it as sewage. The next question here is, define the term non-biodegradable. As before, as I said, non-biodegradable, that means the substances which cannot be degraded by biological organisms, those we call it as non-biodegradable substances. So that is the answer for that. So the next question, name few non-biodegradable substances. Very good example for non-biodegradable substances is plastics, and apart from this, pesticides, and also even the glasses. Actually, glass is not a non-biodegradable. Glasses we can say, but it takes thousands of years for the degradation. So these are some examples. Plastics, pesticides, even glasses are the examples for non-biodegradable substances. So the last question, the disposal of the waste we generate is caused serious problems. That means all these dispose of all these non-biodegradable waste to the environment, it leads to the environmental pollution, or we can say environmental problems. So here the answer is environment here. Environment. Okay. So that means disposing of these non-biodegradable substances leads to the pollution of the environment. So this is about the worksheet or assignment of today. Thank you all.